Hello everyone. I hope you are good and well. And so today in this session, we are going to learn and we are going to see how we do the implementation when we work with the heart of SAP Extended Warehouse Management, most of the processes. So I will explain you here line by line. You can see this first line. Post processing framework implementation. Okay, this is an implementation session. Put away task need to be created automatically through the post processing framework, and I or we should not go to the PRDI transaction in the inbound delivery. Follow on functions. Okay, then warehouse task creation. So whenever our inbound delivery going to be processed from the ERP layer to the EWM layer, what we do generally, we create the purchase order, we create the inbound delivery, but this is an automatically process which I'm going to explain you. We process the inbound delivery in the EWM layer through the PRDI transaction. The full transaction is /n/ supply chain SCWM PRDI. We go after, then we go to the follow-on function warehouse task. We create the put away warehouse task. But when we implement the post processing framework, we no need to go to create the warehouse task automatically. A lots of benefits you will see here. The power of the post processing framework. Okay, and I do not want to create it manually. Okay, task will be created automatically whenever the delivery would be distributed from the ERP layer to EWM layer. Okay, so we don't need to create manually. It's time saving process. Okay. So suppose multiple warehouse tasks are there, it would be created automatically. Okay, and it should be created automatically, and for the same purposes I am going to use the post processing framework. Okay, so automatically picking list, here we will see warehouse order should be printed in the A4 size. This warehouse order would be printed automatically, okay, in the A4 size document based on picking the product from the final storage bin. Whenever the warehouse workers, they pick the product from the final storage bin. And why they pick the product from the final storage bin to create the outbound delivery, to send the goods to the customer. Okay, warehouse task created the whole picking warehouse task and warehouse related information. Okay, whenever the warehouse worker, they pick what they pick the product or material to send to the customer, to sell to the customer based on the sales order. Okay, in that warehouse order, it contains material type like eaches, or it depends upon the type of the material. All the details the warehouse order, warehouse task contain. Source bin, destination bin. Source means picking from, for an example, pallet storage type, and put it or put away to the, which is the final storage type, for an example, goods issue zone. Okay, then we perform the PGI process, loading process, send the goods to the customer. So the same time automatically picking list would be printed. Okay, and also you can see final storage bin, picking warehouse task created, the whole picking warehouse task. Warehouse related information means warehouse order related information will be printed A4 size paper. Delivery note, okay, outbound delivery order details will be printed on smart forms or Adobe forms, depends upon the business implemented the form. Okay, so when the PGI post goods issue happen on the /n SCWM PRDO through the post processing framework, transportable unit creation through the post processing framework. Once the inbound delivery is getting created, /n scwm prdi in the AWM box or in the AWM layer. And this is my book, guys. Here I explain everything in a deep manner. And save it, then automatically the TU should be created through the post-processing framework. These kind of explanation, implementation, I have the different kind of levels of A1, A2, A3. So this is comes from the A1. Okay. So automations. Then I mention in my this book automation. Okay, this is my own written book. So automatically after good receipts at 9010, and this post processing framework can be understandable by any kind of person. They are like college pass students, or they are freshers, they came from the different background, they came from the different like side, or like, so they can understand. It's a very like I made this process is very easy to be understandable to anyone. Okay. Automation. So when these things happens above mentioned in the, and I highlighted with the yellow color, then I call this as an automation. Okay. So automatically after GR at 9010, the warehouse task will be created automatically. Here the warehouse task will be created through the post-processing framework. This is the power of the PPF in the short form we call. And the confirm means the warehouse process type, means in the warehouse process type configuration, we tick the tick box. I will show you this in the screenshot next. Confirm immediately. Okay. That means whenever the post-processing framework is getting configured, okay. So whenever we configure the warehouse process type, we do the configuration. Here in the warehouse process type configuration, we have one tick box, confirm immediately. When the system will see this is the warehouse process type, this is the warehouse order, this is the process. Okay. For an example, Mans already ticked the checkbox, confirm immediately. System will immediately understand, okay, this post-processing framework or this warehouse process type, we need to be trigger automatically, confirm immediately. That means, see, whenever the post-processing framework is configured for the automatically put away warehouse task creation, then the warehouse task will be confirmed also immediately. Okay. Task would be created and confirmed also immediately. You don't need to go like for simulation purpose. We click on the create, then we click on create plus save. So here this simulation, or like for an example, I can say, or the task would be created automatically and confirm also automatically. Then warehouse worker, they will go, they will perform the picking process. And the user only needs to do the good receipt, and the warehouse task will be created automatically, confirm it, and the put away task would be triggered automatically. First point you should remember always, guys. Just take this concept in your mind. These are the, you can consider these are the helpers. Okay. Those, what is the name of four type of helpers we have. Whenever we work with the post-processing framework, these helpers help to post-processing framework to trigger the processes to print picking list, print delivery note, print outbound delivery process, automatically inbound delivery creation. Okay, these kind of things, outbound delivery. These four helpers help to post-processing framework to process the process smoothly. Okay. So first is the condition table. Condition table. What is the meaning of table? Condition table means collection of something. So condition table contains access sequence, whatever we're going to trigger in the sequence. I will explain you this. An access sequence approach to condition records, because if we have the tables, definitely it should have the records. So we have the condition records. Condition records will again check the condition table. Okay, this is a condition type, access sequence, condition record, condition table. Simple. So let's come to the theory. Post-processing framework is a software component or web application server along with the standard interfaces, and it works with the various applications. And suppose you want to automatically warehouse task will be created after the good receipt. Okay, the labels need to be printed, delivery notes need to be printed, email, okay, fax, workflows, fax trigger automatically or happens automatically, and it happens through the post processing framework automatically, and this is the successor to message controls. Okay, with the next transaction, we have the next transaction output type to printing, okay, in the SAP system. So we have next transaction for output type determination, and in the EWM system we have the special type of framework we call post processing framework. Same, we have this kind of small framework we call next transaction. When we talk about the extended warehouse management, the same NACE is nothing but, I can say, like enhanced version we call post processing framework. Simple. And through we create the automatically warehouse task, and through the same we print the labels, picking list, packing list, okay, packing list, picking list, delivery notes, send the mail, trigger the workflows, and all these actions could done by the post processing framework. Okay, you can see here this line, post processing framework. I will show you how to print the labels, how to create automatically warehouse task, okay, and transportable unit is created. And once we create the inbound delivery in the transaction call /n SCWM transportable unit, and instead suppose business users say the transportable unit we do not want to create manually, TU, okay. And whenever the inbound delivery flows to the EWM box or layer from ERP through the /n supply chain warehouse management PRDI, and that time itself the transportable unit which I have same transportable unit for vehicle we need to process it EWM system automatically, okay, from the ERP layer. And the same transportable unit we will process in the EWM system, and I will explain you. And in my books I put these kind of like more explanation. I will explain you, you are going to see these kind of things, you will understand better, for understandable, for make you more understandable. So also I will explain the example of the EWM system, and we may consider this is automation, means automatically the warehouse task creations, printing, email, faxing, workflow, and all done by warehouse task creations. Condition technique we will use means in the materials management and SD side for the determination of the prices, we use the pricing procedures, okay, and there we can use the condition technique, okay, same condition technique, okay, in the system. And here we, with the condition technique, the system will maintain the condition records as system filter from the condition table with the conditions of the condition type. We do this configuration, we filter, I will show you here, okay. So before S4HANA, first we will understand some theoretical part from my own written book here. Before S4HANA, we had the inbound delivery notification and outbound delivery request, okay. And thus for HANA system, we do not have the same, and whenever the inbound delivery notification trigger, then the post processing framework action converts it into the inbound delivery in the EWM box. And whenever the outbound delivery request gets converted into the outbound delivery order through the post post-processing framework, workflow printing fax email triggered through the post-processing framework, and we may say this is the successor to the message control. And in the materials management side and in the next transaction, we can see the outbound determination, such as when the advance shipping notification ASN go to the vendor, and when you're going to receive the ASN from the vendor, PO information, and all this information we send to the next transaction, okay, generally. And in the same way, we use the post-processing framework. Simple thing. NACE we have, this is the advanced version of NACE, post-processing framework. In the post-processing framework, post-processing, it is completely successor to the message control. It gives the white function scope, more smoothness, and it gives the simple connections, and it helps to greater flexibility in the post-processing framework action, and it will see the structure in the post-process. This is the structure, okay. Application components we have, application, nothing but methods, action profile, action definition, action in the action definition. Very simple, guys. Action profile, definition, these are the settings, very simple normal setting. Action definitions, action profile, these are the methods, these are the properties, okay. If you want to trigger the PPF to just for printing the delivery note, that property will be triggered only through the action definition or actions, okay. The actions, what are the actions? Delivery printing is an action. So these are the standard setting and simple. Now we will see here, action definition are the combination of the actions, and we have the particular time, means when it has to be triggered, what time to be action need to be triggered, and action are the methods which trigger runtime to perform the particular activities or actions such as printing for the labels, faxing, emails, triggers, the workflow, and we may trigger the actions such as on the particular time, particular date, and we may process through the timing or triggering the post-processing framework on the time and type of the process, which what we want. And the application means whenever we want to use it for the deliveries, to printing the deliveries, to triggering the creating the inbound delivery, to process it into the EWM layer automatically, for an example. Whenever we want to use, okay, sometimes what happens, once you create the outbound delivery, it gets stuck, not in the queue, in the post-processing framework. You go to the post-processing framework tab, there you will see yellow mark, okay. So you need to trigger, in this situation, one solution I will give you. You need to go to RSPR process, PPF process, there is a report. You go execute that report, put that action definitions, execute that, check, okay, details, select your line, row, execute that, it will become green, then PPF will be triggered. So let's to be continue. And the application means whenever we want to use it to the delivery, whenever we want to use it to the warehouse management engine, and whenever we want to use it for the shipping receiving means, and I had said to my like yard management means, this is the some additional point I put. So because my books explanation in the sequence, okay, step by step. So inbound will be getting created, then it will be distributed to TU, will be distributed to EWM system from the ERP, because transportable unit we create in the ERP side, then we distribute to the EWM side whenever our inbound delivery will be created. Because when we work with the complex yard management process, so inbound, we take the inbound, truck will come inside our warehouse, so we call this an inbound delivery. So this is another process, okay. I don't want to mix two things. So application model, like we have a warehouse request, delivery, shipping and receiving, warehouse management, and quality engines. And also we can print the label through the post-processing framework, and printing of the label, suppose outbound side we are going to pick the material and then give and then warehouse worker will say whenever the pick list has given that been completed without using the picking list, we can use the RF devices. Okay, this is the some lengthy theory. So this is the configuration parts, guys. So to send them, this is the theory part. Okay, so now I'm going to show you whenever we can use these components, actions inside the post processing framework, applications, nothing but methods, action profile, action definition. So SPPFCADM work with the post processing framework. This is the screen to work with the post processing framework. So this is another screen like in my books, all my own written books, I have explanations like this. Okay, you can see here each and everything explanation, then what object name, okay, then what are the persistent classes, then theoretical part, guys. So till I will explain you till here little, and in the next session we will see you again. So these are the applications here. Simple. See, PPF, this is a framework. This entire screen is a framework. Okay. So application for these are the application, standard applications. Okay. Transaction codes. Actually, these are the transaction codes. It's called standard applications, and these are the objects, classes, objects, some kind of standard classes. Okay, and methods. Reference variables we have here. Inside the definition action profile, action, I will define the action definition. So supply network collaboration. So applications are, these are the applications. Okay, and then I will select the delivery warehouse request. Okay, going to so why I select the application are, these are the /SCF ICS supply network collaboration, and I'm going to use all the related inbound and outbound delivery related things. So /supply chain delivery /delivery warehouse request. Why? Because I would like to trigger to create an inbound delivery or outbound delivery automatically in the EWM layer whenever our delivery is going to be distributed in the EWM layer from the ERP layer in case of embedded or S/4HANA EWM system. So here I'm using that this is a standard delivery warehouse task created automatically. Then PPF action, ship, RCV, shipping and receiving. I will select this, define action profile. Then this is, I will select object name. Okay, generally the object is stored the heap. This point you will not find anywhere, which I mentioned. Generally the object is stored in the heap at runtime inside the memory, but if you would like to save the object permanently inside the database, then we use the SAP uses the persistence classes. Persistent classes store the object permanently in the database. Generally persistent class performs serialization technique. Okay, if you would like to use this technique even under several failure situation, we can get back all transaction and we can continue further. If object is stored, we can receive back through the persistent class. So in the next slide I explain about the persistent. This is the technical parts also. So you can consider this my class is like a post processing framework, functional and both the little bit technically. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for your time. Like, subscribe and see you soon. Thanks.